This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. As we covered last week, in the whole Ask Bruce Anything, we sort of teased that this was around your wedding time. How complicated was this Wrestlemania from your perspective, where you're trying to sort of wear two hats? It's the most stressful time of the year for your professional life, but somehow, you silly son of a bitch, you've managed to schedule a wedding right after. How's that even possible, dude?
Okay, well, kind of like everything else in my life, I arranged the things outside of the business around the business. So I knew I was going to get married.
Right.
And WrestleMania was coming up, and it was a time, and I knew that for our, what's that thing called after you get married? Our honeymoon. Our honeymoon, I wanted to go to Hong Kong.
Wait a minute. That's where you go on a honeymoon? Did she have any say in this?
I don't recommend it for a honeymoon. But that was, in my head, I wanted to go to the exotic Hong Kong. I loved Hong Kong.
Wait, so you had been to Hong Kong before?
Yes, several times.
And so when you went to Hong Kong before, did you go on like a guy's trip or?
My brother lived over there, so I would go visit. And
not Dr. Tom, another brother.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's just a beautiful, beautiful island, beautiful place. And I used to say that it was a sophisticated New York City where more people spoke English.
Okay.
I love Asia. I love Japan. I love Hong Kong. So that's where I wanted to go. And Stephanie had never been, so she was kind of intrigued. I know now she'll never ever want to go back.
Oh, so she didn't enjoy her honeymoon.
She did, but I don't think it's, one of those places that's on the bucket list ever again. I think she would have much preferred a beach in Hawaii. But the thing was we're going to be on the West Coast, so it's a much shorter flight to Hong Kong. I dreaded the flight back, but it was time that I could take it right after WrestleMania. So I also knew that we didn't want a big wedding. We were just gonna do I do, she do, we do in Vegas.
Oh,
those that wanted to come on, and those that didn't, hey, give me some money or a gift or something.
Give me some money. I love you for that. So you got married in the which wedding chapel was it in Vegas? Because it's a pretty famous one, right?
The Little White Chapel in Vegas by the owner.
So is that the one that Michael Jordan got married in?
It is the one Jim Ross got married in, the one that Stephanie and Hunter got married in the infamous Monday Night Raw skit. And so the thing was I thought, okay, well, we can go to Anaheim,
right,
do WrestleMania. And then right after WrestleMania, we jump on a plane that Wednesday. I'll get married on Wednesday night, and everybody can go on their way, of those that want to come from the office or from the wrestling crew. So it was, it was a lot of fun. And we finished up TV. Let me think how we did this. Yeah, we finished up TV in San Diego on Tuesday night. On Wednesday morning, Vince, Pat, and I flew to Vegas and stayed at Caesars and got married that night, had a big party, and went on our way.
How good of a salesman did you used to be, where you not only got your wife to schedule her wedding around WrestleMania, you made sure it was in Las Vegas so it was convenient for all the bizoids, and then you sold her on going to a guy's trip.
Yeah.
For her honeymoon.
Yeah. And while standing in line in Caesars waiting to check in, Vince looks at me and says, "So what are we doing after the wedding?" And again, typical Bruce or typical whatever. I'm like, I don't know. Come back here to the bar and hang out, see what everybody wants to do. And he says, "You mind if I do something?" I said, "Yeah, you can do whatever you want." Not really even kind of putting two and two together.
Wait, so you didn't have a reception planned?
No.
Okay.
I figured we just all come back to the bar and hang out.
Okay.
And so he grabs Tom at the wedding. Tom was my best man, and tells me, he goes, "Let everybody know that afterwards, I've got a room at the Palm. and we'll have a nice little get together at the Palm. So there were 22 people that were at the wedding. Gorilla Monsoon, Howard Finkel, from the biz, if you will. Tom was there, and my mom was there, and friends from school, Buddy Sullivan and his wife Beverly. They came.
Did Stephanie get to invite anyone, or was that not allowed?
Yeah. Sudrosa came.
Okay.
That was her maid of honor, but it was just a fun time. Cornette was there.
How about that?
It was a fun time.
Well, the good old days.
Yeah. So it was good. And then we had, the big party and shit. My mom this is great. So my mom leaves the dinner, and Vince has this big room and shit. Everybody gets to order whatever they want. He had like a plethora of appetizers and different shit that was just everything on the menu type deal. And then people got to order whatever they wanted entree wise and eat, drink, be merry. Had a big cake made for us and shit. It was beautiful. And, it was really, really, really cool. Really nice. But my mom comes up and she wants to leave early. And so she comes up to us, and she was there with a friend of hers, and she says, "Oh, Nancy and I are so tired. I'm going to go back to bed early because we're really tired." My mom leaves. So now we finish up the festivities over there, and we're walking back over to Caesar's Casino. We're going to go to a bar over there, and as we're walking through the casino, there's my mom on the slots.
Oh.
Looking at our bandits and shit. You whore! And she said, "Oh, well, we came. Oh, my God, look at the time." Bullshit. She just wanted to go gamble.
I love that.
So, yeah, it was for the convenience of everybody. When we got there, so when we got to Anaheim, one of the other things that we got to do was we arranged for a bunch of the boys to go on a Universal Studios tour.
Okay. So
it was Layfield and his wife at the time, Bubba Ray. I think Devon was with us.
No. This is 96. This is before they're there.
Oh, shit. No, Bradshaw was there.
Yeah, but Bubba Ray and Devon were still in ECW. They didn't come around for years. You're thinking of a different trip.
I must be thinking of a different trip. Well, then, never mind.
No, go ahead. Tell us about another time.
No, the Universal Studios tour, and I know Bubba was there because of the hat I had. But we went through, and Leave It to Beaver is one of my favorite all-time favorite television shows. I tape it to this day on MeTV every morning from 8 to 9, and I watch it. That's like if I'm in a bad place, I just go watch Leave It to Beaver because it makes me happy. It makes me smile.
Good for you.
All right. And so we went on the backlot tour of Universal Studios, and I got to see Leave It to Beaver's house.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Leave It to Beaver was a warlock in real life.
It's funny because you actually have mentioned that to me before, but there's more to that story when you told me that I don't think you'll tell on the show.
But then again, that's past history. I found it interesting because I watched a Leave It to Beaver episode the other day where Beaver was afraid of witches.
Yeah, and in real life, he's not afraid of witches.
I know in real life that he became a warlock, a super warlock, like with mega powers and shit.
Mega powers. Well, let's explode them here for WrestleMania.
Let's go. God bless it, America.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.